Evening everyone and welcome back to YTCSC, YouTube's Celtic Supporters Club. My name is Mark Campbell and I am your host. Brian and I would have done a video, but we were both working away. We worked for the same place and we were both in London, so I thought I'd pop on tonight and get us a little video done. Before we go any further, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Help us get as many people into the YTCSC as possible. We've now got 1,060, which is amazing, but let's keep growing. We're going to cover a few bits today, obviously with the big news with Maeda, but before I do that, just to remind everybody, we have got a giveaway. We're giving away this top, free, no charge. All you have to do is comment your name. Just please comment your name, and I'll get you into the draw. Danny Boy has received his wallet. He's given it to his wee grandson. He's going to get a picture sent in, and when we've got that, we will post that for everybody to see. Okay, so what do we want to cover today then? The big news, obviously, the big news, and it's can just never end in this whole transfer malarkey. Big news is sweeping Celtic as Maeda has asked to leave. He wants to leave. Had almost left, and Celtic blocked that. Whether people think that's right or wrong, we can get some comments in and have a wee conversation about it. The other thing I want to talk about is this Celtic CEO. He is so quiet. He has kept stum through all of this. The letter that's been sent in from 250 Celtic fan groups must be causing his bum to be squeaking. It must be. I know a lot of people are saying that he doesn't care. Even if he doesn't care, right? Celtic fans are now getting up in arms, and it must be something that he's really worried about, because he's made an absolute backside of the whole situation and does not deserve to be in that role. He needs to vacate that role as soon as possible. I want to touch on young Colby Donovan. He's about to answer Celtic's SOS for the right back slot. We've got Johnston out and we've also got Ralston out. So the young guy is about to get his big chance. Can he take it is the big thing. We'll come on to that. So that's what we'll talk about today. I'd love for you guys to get your comments in and let me know what you're thinking. So let's get into it. So what I want to do is I want to start with the Colby Donovan situation, because I think that's a positive for Celtic. I know we've got Johnston out and I know Ralston is out, but I think, and I've been screaming out for young guys to get a chance. This young boy seems a good player for me. I think he had a great pre-season. He also come on against Livingston, I believe. Yeah, and he also come on against Kairat. I like the look of him. I think he has got what it takes. A teenager, full of energy. He had a recent, I think it maybe yesterday, an interview, and in that interview he talks about that he's fearless. He doesn't feel nerves. He's a confident player, believes in himself, believes in his own ability, which is phenomenal. And obviously these young guys often do. But what he said is Brendan believes in him. He's had a few conversations with Brendan, and Brendan believes that he can go and do what he needs to do. I am fingers crossed, praying to God for the wee guy, because it's exactly what Celtic need. We need some of our young colts to come through and actually grab that first team by the scruff of the neck and show that they're good enough. And let's get some of the B team players through. So fingers crossed, young Colby, that you can make it. He looks a really technically gifted young guy. I've noticed that he plays with both feet. You'll have seen that when he's down the right-hand side. Likes to get forward, which is great, but he's strong and can defend. And that's a big thing with the modern day right back, wing back. You've got to be able to get forward, but you need to be able to defend, and you've got to be strong and quick. So it looks like he's got all the attributes. Let's see how he gets on, and let's everybody get behind him and forget this board issue nonsense when the whistle blows and the boys are playing football. So these young guys need opportunities, and we know that, and I think everybody asks for them to get opportunities, but they often only come when players get injured, and that is the case. Or two right backs are injured. But this is your opportunity, kid. Let's go out there and actually take it and do what you need to do and become a good Celtic player for years to come. My fingers crossed for you. Okay, the Celtic CEO, what else can be said about him that's not been said in the last week or so? We did have that letter that was really well worded from the fan groups. And we're seeing Celtic fans come together now and actually understand what's going on and begin to put the Celtic board under a lot of pressure. And I think that's only going to get more intense as the weeks and months go on. I'm looking forward to seeing how we go about it and how we force change, whether it's this board or a new board. I firmly believe it has to be a new board. I think they need to go, man. I think all of them need to go. They are outdated. They don't have the right mindset and strategy for Celtic. They don't have the right balls, let's put it that way, to actually go and do what they need to do to make our club as successful as it could be in Europe. The transfer policy is the big thing for me. We don't have one. It's ridiculous that a club of our size do not have a transfer policy. That means we have a continuous churn of players coming through our team, which is beggars belief. Celtic are a club where, if you think about it, there's a 2 or 3 year cycle for our top players. That's what you get, 2 or 3 years. And then these boys want to go somewhere else. They want to go to the Premiership or they want to go somewhere in Europe. And that's not a bad thing. We can't hold on to these players because we can't offer them top money and we're not a top league. Celtic have to be aware of that. They have to be aware that there's probably a ceiling of about 3 years. And what do you do with that? You need to plan for it. You need to plan and strategise and make sure that you've got a continuous cycle of players to replace those players. So for me, I don't mind if we're selling our top players after 3 years, as long as we have a layer of players underneath them with the potential or the quality that is needed to actually step up and become the next top talent. But we don't have that. We're forever signing 500 grand players or £1 million players who aren't at the level and never will be. So we have to consistently recruit the right players and then sell their top talent when they get to that point where they want to leave. There is no point in holding on to a player that does not want to stay. No point at all. They might be your best assets, but they become hindrances and cause problems as time goes. So I would get rid of them, but I would make sure I've got the players in the background to fill that leaky bucket up that we're talking about. There are so many clubs that do it successfully. So many clubs, a lot of clubs in Europe, a lot of clubs in Germany, a lot of clubs in Holland, a lot of clubs in Belgium. You could name a lot of countries. They do it really, really well. Why can't we? Why can Celtic not do it? The board. It is pure and simple, the board. We've got all the money in the world in the bank. We could go and do this. We could make that work. We just don't have the right people to make that successful football transfer strategy work. We just don't. We've seen the worst transfer end to a transfer that I have ever seen. It's terrible. That was awful. And now we've got players in the background asking to leave, been told they can leave, told they can't leave. It's just an absolute mess. It's just an absolute mess. And in my eyes, I think our board have taken us as far as they possibly can. Each and every one of them guys who know who they are and they know what they've done, they should step down before this gets really messy. And it will get messy if it doesn't happen. I don't see this one petering out. No matter what happens, no matter what the Celtic board say, this will not peter out. I would like to see Dermot Desmond gone and all, if I'm honest with you. I know he's put a lot of money in and he's done well for Celtic, but I don't like the fact that he has got such a controlling influence in Celtic. I don't like the fact that he's out playing golf with Rory McIlroy after the club are in an absolute shambles of a state. The buck has to lie at his door, where his directors and CEO. That it's just a mess. They've taken us as far as they can go. This team, this board, but they've now made us a laughing stock, and that's not acceptable for Celtic or our fans. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing where the fans take this and what we force the board to do, because that's what's going to have to happen. A lot of people are saying the fans can't make anything happen. Of course they can. Of course they can. If they stick at it long enough, loud enough, and keep at it, then something will change. Inevitably, it will change. Enough about that, because enough's been spoken about the board, which gives me a sore head, actually, and sore eyes. Final thing I want to talk about then is Daizen Maeda. So on top of all of the nonsense and crap that we've been dealing with, Ada leaving, no replacement, Yang supposedly gone and then getting pulled back in the flight, all of the nonsense, all of the rubbish players that we've signed, all of the players that we could have signed and we didn't sign, all of the low ball offers, everything that's been brought to light, we thought it was over, but no. Daizen has an interview in Japan and has revealed that he asked to leave. The move was blocked. He had his bags packed. He was ready to go. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's not unbelievable that he wants to go, right? Because he's one of the players I was talking about. He's at that cycle, that 3-year cycle. But Celtic should know about that, and they know that these things happen. Anthony Joseph has said tonight it was a big offer from a big German club, and Daizen wanted to go, which is fair enough. That's fair enough. To be honest, if you look at how poor Maeda's been, right, in the run up or at the start of this season, it's no shock. It's no shock that he thought he was leaving. These players become half the player they were. They don't go in for challenges. You've seen all the misses he's had. Doesn't want to get injured. Doesn't want to put himself out of a big move, big financial move, big club move. He's been rotten. He's not kicked a ball. Is that his fault? Potentially, yeah, but it's on Celtic as well. I hate the fact that these players don't give 100%, but I get why. If you want to move, you want to go and treble your wages and go to another club, and you go and break your leg or do something silly, then you're out of that move. So I understand it, but Brendan has to get Daizen's head back in the game. Let him know, look, you can move in January. We're going to sell you in January. We'll go and get an offer sorted out for you. Just give it your all. But again, will he? If he knows he's got a move in January, will he give his all? It's a tough one, but it is what it is. It's just horrible to see. But you know your top players they've got a ceiling. They've got a ceiling at that 2-3 year mark, and Celtic need to sort that out. They need a strategy to fill those players up and then sell them on with a shake of the hand and £25 million in the bank. That is what they should be doing, and then taking 20 million of that and then going buying two new players and put 5 away. Whatever it is they want to do, just make sure that you're reinvesting in the football team. Not like Lolo said, well, every penny will be invested back into the football team. That is just a pure barefaced lie, and that is just how Celtic have operated recently. Okay, I'm really looking forward to seeing Colby Donovan. Positive side of things, I want to see this wee guy. I want to see him coming on and smashing it and really shaking things up a wee bit. We need to see Celtic in a better light. I know we've got the international break, but I'm looking forward to getting us back and seeing what happens with these new two wingers. Iheanacho, not really fussed about. I don't know if he's come back overweight. Everyone says he's come back overweight. Maybe he has, maybe he hasn't, but he's not a goal scorer. He's not scored a goal for a long time. I don't know who I would want to play up front. Maybe Johnny Kenny. Brendan doesn't rate Daizen Maeda. Obviously, clearly not, if he's not put him into the Europa League squad, which has blown my mind. But I'm looking forward to seeing young Donovan as a right back. I hope we go on a wee run in the two new wingers. I don't know who's going to play right wing. Right enough, might have to be Forrest. Two new wingers tear it up, and we see things going from rock bottom to a wee bit better. Because if we don't, and Rangers get their act together, 6 points isn't big enough for the state we're in now. If Rangers get their act together and start playing football and start scoring goals, this could be a COVID season. And Brian keeps saying it. It's COVID season vibes all over it. It's got COVID season vibes. He said it weeks ago. I'm hoping he's wrong, and I'm hoping we do get ourselves together and go on and win the league and sort things out, get a new board and all the good things that can happen. But let's see how it pans out. Okay, listen, thank you very much. Hail, hail.